So on the whole, I'm really glad that I went ahead, signed up, took a risk, and the result is a warm, comfortable house where I'm not at all worried about the system, and I'm certainly not worried about where am I going to get a price for a new gas boiler. So thank you to Eon and Newcastle City Council and all the other partners, the central government department involved in funding this work, because I wouldn't have been able, without this help, to have been able to afford to replace my current gas boiler with a more up-to-date system as this. My initial thoughts on applying for the heat pump, I knew that I was going to need a replacement for my gas boiler, which was over 20 years old, and because I've got a row of solar panels on my property, I started looking around at possible systems, and it was just really a coincidence that my local council's newsletter, City Life, happened to drop on my mat in, I think it was around about the October of 2020, and I saw this trial of heat pumps and the offer of a free system, regardless of your current circumstances, subject to your property being suitable. So I immediately applied on my laptop and didn't think any more about it, and it was probably a couple of months later when I was contacted and it was confirmed that I'd been accepted on the scheme, subject to the next step, which was a initial survey of the property. That was organised, and a surveyor came out, had a look. He commented on the fact that it was probably likely that I'd be successful because this is a small semi-detached bungalow and it's quite easy to install. At the end of January, a team of installers turned up and they worked very hard over 2 days. The first thing they did was establish where all the water, electric control points were, looked at the gas meter, and they put protective coverings over all of my floor. I was a bit concerned prior to the installation of exactly how messy the installation might be. However, I was quite surprised that there wasn't a lot of mess. One of the fitters actually hoovered before they left, which was a bonus. Let me show you this. There we go. There was nothing here to start with, and now, as you can see, we have the heat pump in situ. If we move along a bit, there's some electrical work and pipe work which go through into my coal shed. There's also a bit of electrical work going up into the loft space. If we wander into the garage, and in here we have the old coal shed which housed my combi boiler prior to getting it replaced with the heat pump system. So what we have is the cylinder. See if I can show you that. And various other equipment. Lots of pipe work to control the system. And it actually feeds through a pipe into my kitchen behind a cupboard. We've also got a control unit up on the wall of the garage here. So we have that consumer unit in addition to the unit I have in the house. This was fitted as part of the system. We have this control panel here, which I don't need to touch. It's all set. It just works. It does its job. And then if we look further down, there's a series of switches and controls. So if we walk through here into the house, and behind this cupboard here is the coal shed. The fitters brought a pipe through against this wall, and all the pipe work that goes up into the loft area is hidden behind here. Moving on into the hall, we have a radiator here which is larger than the radiator that was in its place. Again, a little bit of pipe work running up into the ceiling. We turn around and we can look at the thermostat that controls the entire house. Reading 18 degrees at the moment. It's really simple to use, and I'm really pleased with its new position. The previous position of the thermostat was directly outside my bathroom door, and you can see where this plate is here. My concern was with that both dampness, warm heat and drafts passing by this quite busy area where you've got the kitchen here, bathroom, bedroom and hall. So the new position here is far more central in the house, and I feel it measures the heat at the heart of the building. One thing I'll just do now, let's run some hot water in the bathroom. Oh, here we go. Let's turn that in the water. Tell you when it warms up. And this is probably quicker than it was when we had the combi boiler. There, it's warming up now. Plug in. That is really warm, that water. Really nice. You can probably see the steam coming off it. and I've got no complaints. If anything, it's warmer than it was with the combi boiler, both for filling water like this and also for having a shower.